No intro. This was going to be quick. Um, I was pretty pissed off about this one, so I decided to make a video real quick. Some of you may or may not have heard about the NYU professor's article about the so-called mating crisis. It's about the 60-40 split in college, and I'll put a link to the article in the description so you can read it for yourself. But my issue with all of this is, when has there ever been a male perspective or an article from anyone on the female mating crisis as far as finding a potential mate? For context, basically, this article talks about how there's no eligible men because men just aren't going to college anymore. What will we do if there are no college educated men? Wow. But here's the screenshot for the article. There's a mating crisis producing too many broke and alone men. You can just see and smell the feminist rhetoric right here. This is all you need. But you gave feminists control of all of the universities. What did you expect? We knew this would happen. But specific, as a black man, I want to make this specific to the black community and black men in general. You have more of us, as far as black men, who decide to get a trade or something else. Some of us choose to go to college, some of us don't. But the issue is, a lot of women feel like if he doesn't have a college degree, he's just no good. But let's look at the numbers. By sex, median weekly earnings for black men were $877, 78% for the median. Okay? Look at the numbers. Let's look at the details as far as let's be real. I'm a realist. So 42% of Americans make $18,000 a year. Oh, I'm coming with facts today. Let's continue with more data. Look at the median earnings. $40,000. In comparison to, I believe this represents white men or other men in general, 51,000. Every guy is not walking around making 100 grand. You're talking about the top 10% of this country. Let's be real here, women. Be real with yourself. And look at the female median earnings. Look at the bottom here. Single women head family income, $35,000. So stop with all the boss talk. I am the table. Some of us are 300 pounds talking about I am the table. What do you bring? You need to pay all the bills and then some. What incentive do men have to get married? Let's talk about that. Then you have the war on dads. So we have the median income. Then you have all these guys paying child support. So you have to take that into consideration. But all I have to say about this is screw your mating crisis. A lot of us go to school, screw around, and then say, where are all the good men? Well, you should have snatched one up. More data. Pause this to read, please, black men and women. Bachelor's degree and higher, 19%. So the numbers, if you look in comparison to all women, all men, the data isn't that far off. So what more is there to complain about? But everybody isn't going to have a man, a husband. It's part of the culture, which is why we have such, look at places like New York and other places where they're pulling back on prostitution. They don't care because they know this is inevitable. So we've never had a mating crisis where it makes national news and men are taking into consideration what they want. You can have as many, or you can abort as many children as you want. Men are just some utility sperm donors. You can take their children away, take custody away, but it's only a mating crisis when it affects you or it affects white women. I've always said this: when America is sick, the black community is on its deathbed. So you can keep playing games if you want, but you have to get out and find what you're looking for. So if there's a crisis, it's not men's problem. So this idea that you can just kick your feet up and some $100,000 guy is supposed to just kick in the door and say, "Oh, hey, it's me." Now the realization is right in your face where you realize, if I want this specific type of guy, I'm going to have to go out and do some work and find him. And then, do you even know how to keep a guy and keep a relationship intact, considering the fact that 85% of marriages, the divorces are filed by women? So that's a whole nother conversation that we're talking about. So once again, screw your mating crisis. It's not men's problem at all. Figure it out. And if you really want to do some data, Moynihan, the Moynihan report said all of this, predicted it all. In 1965, this is nothing new. It's all been planned. So, and this is my thing. I know men right now that are truck drivers who make 80, 90, $100,000 versus you who gets a degree and works in HR and you make $40,000 a year. So where's the balance there? Where's the crisis for the guy who feels like, I can't find a wife or a woman who meets my needs, but we're supposed to adapt to what women want and women need, and who cares about whatever you want or need?